Oke, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kembali lagi bersama saya Novaldi Penarci. Kali ini kita akan melakukan sebuah hands-on lagi pada sebuah lab. Nah, lab ini berjudul challenge. Challenge-nya mengenai cafe. Lab migrating database to Amazon RDS. Relation Database Service. Oke, challenge lab migration database to Amazon RDS skenario. Sekalian nunggu sampai servernya berjalan, kita akan membaca skenario dulu. The cafe currently use a single Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud atau Amazon EC2 instance to host its web server, database, and application code. Meanwhile, the cafe business has grown. The order history that is stored in the database provides valuable business information that the cafe staff doesn't want to lose. Martha used the data for accounting, and Frank looks at it occasionally to plan how many of each dessert type he should bake. Sophia has additional concern. The database must be consistently upgraded and patched, and she doesn't always have time to do this task. Also, administering the database is a specialist skill. Training others to do database administrator is not something that she wants to spend time on. Meanwhile, Sophia is also concerned that the cafe isn't doing data backup as often as they should. Finally, Martha also wants to reduce labor costs that are associated with the technical learning investment that's need to manage the database. Lab overview and objective. In this lab, you migrate data from a database on an EC2 instance to Amazon Relation Database Service, Amazon RDS Relation Database Service. Specifically, you migrate a MariaDB database that runs on EC2 instance to a MariaDB database that runs on Amazon RDS. You also update the cafe web application to use the new database to store data for all future orders. After completing this lab, you should be able to do the following: create an RDS database instance, export data from a MariaDB database by using MySQL DAM, connect a SQL client to an RDS database, migrate data from a MariaDB database that runs on an EC2 instance to an RDS database instance. Configure a web application to use the new RDS database instance for data storage. When you start the lab, the following resources are already created for you in the AWS account. Oh, ini adalah gambaran ketika kita menjalankan AWS-nya. Sini ada AWS Cloud, region-nya. Di dalam region ada availability zone 1 dan availability zone 2. Di dalam availability zone 1 ada VPC, dan di availability juga ada VPC. Nah, di dalam availability zone 1 itu ada public subnet. Di dalam public subnet ada EC2 instance, dan di sini ada private subnet 1. Di sini ada private subnet 2. Di sini ada IAM role, lalu di sini ada secret manager store, database connection parameter, access the EC2 instance using session manager, browse database shell. Nah, at the end of this lab, your architecture will look like the following example. Availability zone 1, jadi private subnet ini kita taruh database itu RDS-nya menggunakan MariaDB instance. Untuk menghubunginya dia menggunakan TCP port 3306. Yang tadinya kita menggunakan MariaDB, kita hapus di EC2 nya, kita alihkan ke RDS. Nah, oke. Duration 80 minutes. 1 jam 30 menit. 1 jam 20 menit. Oke, ini accessing the AWS Management Console. Nah, kita lewatin aja karena kita sudah start labnya. Business request: create an RDS instance for the KP application. Challenge 1: after a conversation with Olivia, the AWS solution architect who often comes in for KP, Sophia decided that the KP needs a database solution that is easier to maintain. In addition, the database will provide essential features such as durability, scalability, and high performance. In the first part of this lab, you take on the role of Sophia. You create an RDS instance that the cafe can use as the data storage layer for the cafe website. You also connect the EC2 instance and analyze the detail of the cafe application. Task 1: creating an RDS instance. Your first challenge in this lab is to create an RDS instance. 4. Go to the Amazon RDS console and create an RDS instance with the following specification. When you submit your work at the end of this lab, it will check for many of the settings to get full credit for this guideline. In the engine caption section for engine type, choose MariaDB. Oke, kita masuk dulu. Kita logout dulu. Kita masuk lagi. Kita masuk ke RDS, lalu kita akan membuat RDS. Kita masuk cut. Udah bisa belum?
Dan pulang.
Hah?
Lagi dan pulang.
Kita masuk ke database-nya, kita save, AWS mana ya? Klub. Oke, AWS salah. AWS Go to Amazon RDS console and create an RDS instance with the following specification. Database, create database. Kita diminta untuk menggunakan MariaDB. In the engine option section for engine type, choose MariaDB. Lalu for template, choose DevTest. In the setting section, configure the following option: DB instance identifier-nya cafe database. DB identifier-nya cafe database. Master usernya admin. Oke, sudah admin deh. Oke. master password and confirm master password. Enter pvdb password. You must use this precise password. Tip, copy the password to see it. Oke. Kita menggunakan ini. Kita copy master password. Confirm. In the instance configuration section for DB instance class, choose burst table class include T class. Burst table class include T class, and then choose DB T3 micro. DB T3 micro. In the storage section, configure the following options: storage type general purpose SSD JP3, general purpose SSD JP2. Allocate storage, enter 20 GB. Okay. For availability and durability, choose do not create a standby instance. Do not create standby instance. Okay. In the connectivity section, configure the following option. Connectivity section. For availability in virtual private cloud, choose Lab PVC. Lab PVC. Public access, choose no. Okay. DB subnet group. Lab DB subnet group.
Lupa gua buat.
Existing VPC security group. Existing VPC security group. Existing VPC security group. Choose DB 5G and clear default security group. DB 5G. Udah clear, okay. Availability zone, choose the first availability zone in the list which and in A. For example, if a region is use is 1, choose use is 1A. Nah, US 1A. Database port, keep the default TCP port 3006. Nah, ini ya database portnya 3036. In the monitoring section, clear enable enhanced monitoring. Enhanced monitoring is not support in this lab environment. Choose create database in the monitoring. In the monitoring, enable enhanced monitoring. Enable enhanced monitoring. Oke, kita matikan. Choose create database. Oke, habis itu kita create database. Kita screenshot dulu. Dia template save juga instance configuration. Availability and durability. database authentication. Lalu di monitoringnya lupa di monitoringnya kita 7 tadi kita mengganti uncheck enable enhance monitoringnya, kita uncheck lalu kita create database. Setelah create, note you don't have to wait for the database to finish the creation process. Instead, after you have successfully started the database creation process, continue to the next step. Kita langsung continue aja ya. Close. Oke, kita langsung next ke langkah selanjutnya. Task 2, analyze the existing Cafe application deployment. In this task, you connect to the existing EC2 instance that runs the current Cafe application. Browse to the Amazon EC2 console and choose instance. EC2 console. Lalu kita masuk ke instance. Notice the running instance name Cafe server. This EC2 instance was created when you start the lab. Oke, instance state-nya running. Notice the running to test the Cafe application in the following URL. Replace with the actual IP for public IP address of the Cafe instance. HTTP public address cafe. Kita masuk ke sini. Cafe salah. Kita masuk copy. Bisa cafe. Nah, udah masuk. Open a browser tab and enter your visit URL. To test placing an order, go to menu page, change the quantity for at least one menu item to at least one, and to submit order. Croissant, kita pilih croissant, mantap. Kita pilih satu. Sabar, masih loading. Nah, udah. Di situ total order $1.50. Lalu kita submit order. Kita cek masih. Kita order croissant. Kita submit order. Oke, selanjutnya an order confirmation page should be displayed which indicate that the cafe website is working as intended. Choose order history. The page showed that many orders were placed. The current database contains past customer order that you will migrate to database that is hosted on Amazon RDS. Next, you connect to the EC2 instance by using AWS System Manager to access a terminal session in the browser. In the Amazon EC2 console, in the left navigation pane, choose instance and then choose Cafe Server EC2 instance. Okay, Cafe Server. To open the connection to instance menu, choose connect. Ya, kita mencet connect ini. Choose session manager. Choose connect. You should now have a new browser tab open with a terminal session that is connected to the EC2 instance. Mana? Connect. Kita screenshot dulu. Ini padnya. Sini. Kita masuk, lalu at the prompt enter the following commands. Kita connect. Kita tunggu. At the prompt enter the following command. Base sudo sudo EC2 user who am I. Kita sudo oh, yang masuk su EC2 user who am I. EC2 user, lalu kita ke cd, kita dulu. Wow, banyak ya. Kita tadi itu diminta masuk ke folder apa ya, coba. Kita diminta masuk ke folder home EC2 user. Home mana home? cd/home EC2 user. Oke, kita sudah masuk ke EC2 user. Analisis. The first command give you a bash shell. Lupa lagi. Second command switch your session to use the root user. Nah, perintah kedua itu kita akan menggunakan root user account to EC2 instance. The third command switch to use to EC2 user account. Kita akan switch user account tadi menggunakan perintah ketiga. Su EC2 user, lalu who am I? The fourth command should return output that confirm that you are connected as the EC2 user. Nah, jadi who am I itu menandakan bahwa siapa saya, kita bertanya. Muncul adalah EC2 user. The last command switch your terminal to the home directory of the EC2 user. Oke. Note: the System Manager agent (SSM agent) is installed by default on all Amazon Linux 2 instances and some other operating system type. When you start the lab and the AC2 instance was created, the user data specified that the SSM agent service should be started on the instance. Also, an AWS Identity and Access Management (IAM) role that include an IAM policy named Amazon SSM Managed Instance Core was attached to the AC2 instance. These two actions made the instance accessible through the System Manager Session Manager. New business requirement exporting the data from the old database and establishing a connection to the new database challenge 2. New business requirement export data from the old database and establishing a connection to the new database challenge 2. Now that you have created a new RDS instance, you can move on the next step in the Cafe database migration plan. Next, you export the data from the database that the Cafe application currently uses. You also establish a network connection from the AC2 instance where the application runs to the new RDS database instance. In this challenge, you continue as Sophia to complete this task. Task 3, working with the database on the AC2 instance. In this task, you observe details about the MariaDB database that runs on the AC2 instance. You then export the existing order history data from the database by using the MySQL dump utility. To observe detail of the database that runs on the AC2 instance in the terminal, run the following command. Kita akan merun command ini, yaitu service MariaDB statusnya aktif, ya sedang running. Lalu kita lihat MySQL min service. Version MySQL version itu 15, distrib MariaDB for Linux using edit line wrapper. Oke, kita lanjut. The output should show that the locally installed MariaDB database on this AC2 instance is running. It should also show the version number of the database. Use lib system MariaDB. Use the person under service. Oke, kita masuk. Dan masuk Linux. Leave this browser tab open. You should use it throughout this lab. On the AWS Management Console, in the search box, enter and choose Secret Manager. Open the AWS Secret Manager console. In the left navigation pane, choose Secret. Kita cari Secret Manager. Secrets Manager. In the left navigation pane, choose Secret. Oke, langsung kita masuk ke choose di /cafe/db password secret. In the secret value section, choose retrieve secret value and copy the value to your clipboard. Choose cafe db password. Kita masuk 16 masuk ke cafe db password. In the secret value section, choose retrieve secret value. In the secret value, choose retrieve secret value only. Kita masuk ke sini. Lalu masuk ke to connect ya. Secret ini sandinya. To connect the database that is running on the EC2 instance in the browser tab with the bus terminal, run the following command: mysql min urut min p. mysql min urut min p. Enter password, kita copy passwordnya, paste. Error start. Oh, oke, kita harus copy deh ini. Apa gini aja ya? Oke, kita telah berhasil masuk ke MariaDB nya. Save, lalu masuk ke 19. When prompted for the database password, pass to the DB password parameter value that you copy a moment ago. You should now see MariaDB prompt. This prompt indicates that you are now connected to the MariaDB database that run on this EC2 instance. To observe the data in the existing database, run the following commands: show database, use CafeDB, show table, select, start from, order. Kita minta show databases pertama, show databases. Di sini ada database CafeDB, information schema, MySQL, performance schema, dan test. Selanjutnya kita akan menggunakan use the CafeDB. Reading table information for completing of the table column and run of this feature. Nah, kita sudah pindah ya dari none ke secret ke CafeDB. Oke, kita show tables. Nah, di sini ada table order item, product, dan product group. Jadi ada 4 tables. Selanjutnya select bintang from order. Coba kita select start from order item. You have an error in your SQL syntax. Use near or item at line 10. Wait a minute. Lupa ya. from order item. Apa yang salah ya? Bintang from order item titik dua. Nah, oke, jadi di sini order itemnya di sini ada number ada 25 ya. Kita cek dulu. Ada 25 rows. In particular, you should review the table that support the cafe web application. This comment show all the orders that were placed, include the order that you placed a moment ago. To show the order line item, run the following command. Oh, ini order item. Pertama itu sebenarnya kita suruh minta order ya. Salah. What? Order akan one. Kalau ini harus pakai ini. Kenapa dia nggak bisa ya? Tabelnya order kan ya? Order. Ya sudahlah, kita lanjut saja. Each order number has a row for each type of the order with detail about quantity for each. Ini apa bedanya sobat? Order item. Coba sih. Select item order. Oh, coba kita bintang nah ini bisa, oke. Lanjut. To access the SQL client, enter the following command. Sip. Okay. To capture existing data in file by using the MySQL DAM utility, run the following command. MySQL DAM min databases cafe/db min urut /p cafe DAM SQL. Kita copy saja ini. Paste. Enter passwordnya. Okay. When from database password, paste the password value from secret manager secret. To confirm that message, run the ls command in the internet terminal. Nah, sudah ada ya. The output should show that the cafedb dam.sql file was created. To see the content of the file, run the cat dev.sql command. In the next section of the lab, you import this data into the new RDS database. Cat. Nah, ini dia. Insert into order item value. Wow, ini semua datanya ya. Mungkin kita per order. Ini data of table. Ini current database cafedb. Maksudnya? Bahas yang mana? Hah? Yang Zoom? Apa?
Buat video ya?
Bahas apa? Udah selesai Ki semuanya? Udah selesai? Apanya pembahasannya mana ini? Hah? Oke, selanjutnya kita masuk ke working with the RDS database. In this task, you first answer a few questions about the RDS instance that you create. Then you confirm that you can connect to the RDS instance. In the AWS Management Console, return to Amazon RDS Console and confirm that the Cafe database address instance that you create is not available. Oh, kita cari ke RDS. Kita balik lagi. Oh, kita simpan aja deh ini. Kita masuk ke RDS dulu. Kita cek database-nya. Oke, sudah available. Statusnya sudah available. Lalu kita sebentar. In the AWS Management Console, return to Amazon RDS Console and confirm that the Cafe database RDS instance that you create is now available. Okay. Answer the question about the RDS instance. You answer a record when you choose submit at the end of the lab. To access the question in this lab, at the top of the instruction, choose AWS detail. Choose the access the multiple choice question. In page load, answer the four questions. Question number 1: where is the RDS instance running? Does the RDS instance have an IP for public IP for address signed to it?
Jelasin semua bro. Boleh bro. Justru itu yang menandakan asli atau tidak gila.
Oke, kita lanjut dulu. Establish kita lanjut ke step 3. Masuk ke step 34. Establish a network connection from the terminal running on the EC2 instance to the new RDS instance. Here are some tips to help you get started. Expand each tip for help solving the challenge. Here is syntax that you can use to connect MySQL admin with host RDS endpoint. Replace RDS with actual RDS endpoint for your RDS instance. Ini RDS endpoint. After you running the command, it prompts you enter password for the RDS instance. You define this password when you create the RDS instance. Oh, passwordnya di sini berarti. Sabar. Master admin passwordnya KVDB password. You must use this precise password. Copy and paste username. Oke, sudah. Masuk ke 34. Tip 2. Even if you enter the RDS endpoint and database password correctly, you still won't be able to connect. You must update the inbound rules of the security group in RDS instance run in. The MySQL client software tries to connect to the database on TCP port 3306. Tip 3. Avoid opening port to all source IP address that would not be secure. Instead, open it only server in the security group that is used by the EC2 instance that you are connecting from. Trying to enter ASCII into the source file to see option. Tip 4. You can confirm that the security group setting allow traffic on TCP port 3306 from the EC2 instance to the database. Try running this command on the system manager session manager terminal. In the following command, replace RDS endpoint with the actual Amazon endpoint and map. If the output of the command showed that port 3306 is open for the MySQL service, then it confirms that the security group setting allow the traffic. If nmap show that the port is open, then the MySQL admin payment host command should also work. However, you must enter the database password correctly. This password is the one that you set when you create the instance. Note: if you still cannot solve this issue, you might find it happening to submit your work as documented in the submitting your work section at the end of this lab instruction. The submit server can provide additional tips for part of the code that you don't complete successfully. You can submit your work as many times as you like. Only the score you achieve on the last mission is retained. It is important to confirm that you can connect to the RDS MariaDB instance before you go to the next step. If you already managed to connect, congratulations. Notice that kv/db database is not in the list yet. This situation is expected because you have not import any data. Kita solve dulu pertama. Even you can cover the security group setting allow traffic. Coba kita ya make SQL. Waduh, habis tunggu sebentar.
Udah lulus.
Oke, kita lanjut lagi. 4, kita masuk ke situ. Security group instance 5, masuk ke cafe, masuk ke security group. Inbound rules ini edit inbound rules yang kita minta yaitu
Other to connect that I can integrate my app, AI glasses, create spatial experiences, and much more.
RDS database siap. Database masuk ke VPC. Masuk ke VPC security group, lalu kita pilih DBSG, lalu kita edit inbound rules, add rules. Ini apa tadi? Source. Selanjutnya master aura SG. Cafe SG, oke. Lalu kita save rules. Save. Kita save rules. Oke, selanjutnya
6 MB.
Nah, kita masuk dulu ke MariaDB nya. Tadi menggunakan MySQL, paste, passwordnya jangan lupa ya, copy, paste, enter. MariaDB selesai, lalu ke tadi kita diminta, nah ini dah MySQL nya, copy, kita masukin ke sini, lalu ditambah endpointnya mana? Oh, endpointnya kita cari endpoint dari RDS nya, RDS nya kita masuk ke database, masuk ke cafe nya, kita ambil endpoint cafe nya, copy, lalu mas ke di sini. Nah, ini kita copy, lalu masukin ke situ. Salah. Kayaknya tunggu. Oh, sebelumnya kita tadi ngedam ya. Oh, kita exit dulu, salah. Ya, exit. Di sini kita paste. Nah, kita enter passwordnya. Passwordnya tadi adalah restart.
Hah? Gak ada di bagian internet ini.
DB itu ini cafe, sorry. Ini cafe password ini yang akan jadi. Coba kita paste. Kita sudah nyambung ya ke database-nya menggunakan endpoint ini. Kita save, lalu 26. Oke, task for working with the RDS database. Oke, show databases. Nah, oke, sama ya. Information schema, MySQL, InnoDB, the performance schema. Kita select, lalu kita lanjutnya. Ini yang selanjutnya tadi kita save, new business requirement, importing data and connecting the application to the new database, challenge 3. Task 5, importing import the data that you export in task 3 RDS database instance, the follow command replace with the capital A point and run you adjust command. Kita copy sana, wait the minute for a second, copy kita semua, lalu kita ini dia copy paste. Ini sebelum kita exit dulu ya. Nah, kita exit dulu. Exit. Nah, selanjutnya kita copy yang tadi, paste. cafedam.sql, kita enter. Oh, pantesan. Sabar, kita cd/home. Kita cek lagi cd ac2 ya. Yes. What? Permission denied. Tadi kita masuk ke situ gimana? Di atas. Sabar, tenang dulu. Sudosu. Oh. Yes. Sudosu. Oke. Waduh, kok root lagi. Su ec2 user, coba kelas. Nah, ini dia. Nah, kita masuk dulu ke sini, kita copy ini, lalu kita pastekan di sini. cafedam SQL, enter passwordnya itu cafe ini, lalu kita pastekan, enter. Ini udah selesai belum ya? Oh, memang. Coba kita cek dulu perintah selanjutnya. Save, masuk ke 78. Add the password from, enter the password for the return. If you don't see any error, the command likely success. Oh, oke. Ada aja.
Ada ini saja. Bagaimana? Sini nggak ada di sini.
Add the password from, enter the password was to confirm that the data was important and connect to the base, run the following command. MySQL yang tadi nih ya, MySQL min u admin min p host.com, add the password from, enter the password of the instance. Oke, kita masuk ke sini, kita paste passwordnya cafedb. Oke, sudah masuk. So databases use cafedb. The output of the selection statement should show at least two order in database. Kita show databases. Oke, sudah ada. Use cafedb, oke. show tables. Ini dia, kita paste dulu. Kita save 9 show table, select from order. Select ada yang salah kah? Nah, ada 25 rows. Nah, ini sudah sesuai ya. Langkah terakhir kita save. The output of the select statement should show at least 24 order in the database. To exit the kita exit dulu, exit lagi. Task connecting the cafe application to the new database. In the task in the lab, you connect the cafe application to the new database. You also stop the databases that run locally on EC2 instance. Run the script manager console browser tab. Choose recall from early challenge lab that cafe application code the reference to the value. For example, use the value of retrieve the connection connect to the cafe application to the RDS instance because the database connection information has changed. You must update this value to connect the application to the new RDS database instance instead of the database running on the new instance. After update which database application is connected, use the update connection. The paper code does not need any update. Also, if you want to complete the verification in this lab, the network configuration does not need additional change. The only update that you must make will be to some value in the secret major secret. The currency, DB name, time zone, and show server info value don't need to be updated. Tip 8, the DB URL should be the RDS endpoint value. To confirm that your web application now use the new database and stop coba kita cek dulu. Public IP itu berarti pakai yang ini 182. Ini kan dari instance ya. Masih berhasil. Oke. Kita balik lagi, kita cek RDS kita. Ini kan RDS endpoint kan. Ini RDS endpoint. Lalu ini restart ini apa? Ini PHP cafe copy pas ini RDS password. Oke, selanjutnya kita lihat lagi di tipnya, the paper code does not need any update. Also, if you successfully complete the previous challenge in this lab, the network configuration doesn't need additional change. The only update that you must make will be to some value in the secret manager secret. Oh, berarti kita masuk ke secret manager. Secret manager. Secret manager, kita masuk ke DB password. Kita masuk ke read secret value. Nah, kita ganti ini ya. Kita ganti ini dengan cafe RDS password. Copy. Edit nggak sih? Nah, edit, save. Save ada satu. Oke, cafe sudah diganti sama kita. Kedua, lalu selanjutnya kita masuk secret, masuk ke DB user, lalu retrieve secret value, kita edit juga ini menjadi admin, save. Kita balik secret lagi, kita masuk ke DB URL, masuk ke retrieve secret value, masuk ke RDS endpoint, kita copy, kita edit, paste, kita save. Kita save, masukin ke 34. Nah, setelah kita ini lanjutnya DB should be RDS and value. Oh, tadi kita mengubah DB URL-nya menggunakan RDS value. Masuk ke sini. Stop. Paste. Sudo service DB status. Oke, mati ya statusnya. Kita save 5. Lalu kita masuk ke setelah itu load the HTTP public IP cafe menu.pp and confirm that application still work by placing an order. Choose order history. Kafenya kita refresh. Oke, kita masuk ke menu. Error. Berarti masih ada yang perlu coba kita hapus dulu. Kita masuk ke cafe URL. Saya isi to instance, masuk ke cafe, kita ambil public IP nya, yes, menu, oke, kita masuk ke menu connection valid. Name of service not known. Secret manager, lalu ke DB password, active service value, private password, secret, lalu ke DB user, admin. Admin, secret DB URL, retrieve secret value, poinnya. Masuk ke sini. Kita edit. Save. Setelah itu kita order. Oke. Quantity-nya 1. Submit order. Oke, setelah itu sudah berhasil masuk, setelah tadi gagal, dengan ini you last order and all the previous order should be there. These order are there in database. History, nah history masih ada. Setelah kita ganti, nah kita screenshot dulu semuanya, kita save. 7. Nah setelah itu service MariaDB nya kita cek lagi, masih mati ya, berarti berhasil. Update for the cafe. Conclusion, submitting your work. Oke, berarti selanjutnya submitting your work. Kita submit. Yes. Kita tunggu, sedang submitting and grading. Kita tunggu gradingnya. Oke, skornya sudah 25/25. Berarti saya akhiri hands on dari saya. Saya akhiri, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.